Good morning, beautiful people of YouTube. It is, I believe, 7:45 a.m. I just wanted to update you guys on my whereabouts, what I'm going to be doing, because this week is going to get pretty hectic. I got a bunch of stuff going on. I want to show you guys this weather first. We got over 1.5 feet of snow, so it's pretty wild. But then afternoon, I'm heading out to Ohio with a bunch of my friends and my girlfriend to go to the Arnold's Classic Convention Center, a massive fitness expo. Video will be up today, as you guys can see. And I'm gonna pre-record one for Friday, tomorrow. And then I should be back home Saturday for a late video with some cool stuff in it. So that's pretty much the update. Otherwise, I do have some pretty cool stuff for you to show you today. So stay tuned. I do want to shout out a couple people who sent me their mining rigs. So otherwise, check out this weather. It is also like 15 degrees out. Tons of snow. Everywhere. I didn't even plow it. If you guys wanted to know what school I go to, it's right there, the College of Brockport. Oh yeah.
This is Script Skynet. I am going to show you my ASIC miners that mine DGB and Litecoin for Crypto TV. DGB, Litecoin, Litecoin. Peace.
What's going on, YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as DGB to BTC. We're also going to be looking at the coin market cap, and then we are going to discuss two articles. Basically, is the Bitcoin price going to rise in March despite the month's bearish track record? And then we're also going to be talking about some information regarding Russia. President Putin orders government to adopt crypto regulation by 2019. So if any of that sounds interesting to you guys, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notification, leave a giant thumbs up if you like the content, and let's jump into today's episode. So guys, right now I'm on the current coin market cap, and as you guys can see, market cap is 129.8 billion. We have a 24-hour volume of 29.3 billion and a Bitcoin dominance of 52.1%. So Bitcoin dominance is increasing, indicating alts are dropping, or Bitcoin price is increasing against the current standard of the altcoins. We see a 24-hour volume at 29 billion, which means that we're seeing a slowdown or a slower amount of money moving in or out of the exchange, which is okay. That means stabilization is occurring, and we see the market cap is 129.8, slightly lower than yesterday, so about $1 billion has left. The exchanges indicating that the markets are down today. So scrolling down, you can see majority of the market is down. The alts are down more than Bitcoin is. Bitcoin's only down by 0.1. Ethereum and the rest of the alts are pretty much down by 1 to 2%. We do have some coins that are actually up today, Litecoin being one of those, as well as EOS. They seem to be kind of neck and neck right now. Very interesting, up practically about the same amount. And Binance coin is up 3.8%, but majority of the market is pretty mixed, but I'd say we're leaning more so towards being in the red, in the negatives. Steam coin is up 0.39 cents. That's actually pretty awesome. But for the most part, coins are looking pretty red and pretty bearish today. Before I do jump into the articles, guys, if you're new to the channel or you haven't yet signed up for the ABRA link, it's the second link in the description. They're doing a promotion right now. If you deposit $5 from a bank into the app, they will reward you with $25 of free Bitcoin. Take advantage of it. We had over 80 plus people do that. Otherwise, let's move on to today's episode. So the article for discussion is Bitcoin price may rise in March despite month's bearish track record. What does that mean? So the view is Bitcoin could end the 5-year March losing streak with solid gains if resistance of 4,190 is convincingly scaled in the next week or two. So the crypto reinforced a bullish triangle breakout witnessed last week with a recovery from a sub $3,700 level yesterday. This buy the dip mentality indicates the scope for a break above that $4,190 level. The focus would shift to the primary bearish trend seen on the monthly chart. If Bitcoin fails to pick up a strong bid in the next few days, in that case, the probability of Bitcoin ending March on a negative note for the 6th consecutive year would rise. So is it possible we can break that? Is it not? We're going to have to definitely see. I do have a little more information I do want to talk to you guys about in terms of where this coin potentially could go. So basically, Bitcoin is heading into a historically weak month on a positive note and can see gains if resistance at 4,200, like I said, is breached. The leading crypto by market cap has had a tough time in the final month of the first quarter, so for the last 5 years too. Prices fell 15.7, 4, 4.9, 9.3, and 32% in the month of March from 2014 through 2018. So we've always seen a negative decline in Bitcoin in that month. This time, however, March may turn out to be a good month, especially if the early signs of the bullish reversal seen in February yield quick progress to levels above the crucial $4,200 resistance in the next week or two. So will we continue to see that move above? We really have to test that $4,200 level. We're currently at like 3,800, but we're just entering March, so we do have plenty of time. Lastly, to discuss this, Russian President Putin, who ordered the government to adopt crypto regulation by July 2019. Very, very, very interesting. So Russian President Vladimir Putin has issued another deadline for the government to adopt regulation for the digital assets industry. According to instructions for the Federal Assembly, the document was published on the official website of President Russia, Kremlin.ru, on February 27th. That was yesterday. According to the document, President Putin has ordered the government to enforce crypto-related regulations by July 1st. Which is around the corner. The president has required the Council of Federation of Russia and the lower house of the Federal Assembly of Russia to adopt the regulation during the spring session of 2019. Specifically, the document required adoption of federal legislation that aims to develop digital economy, including regulation of the civil law digital settlements. The legislation should also include a regulatory framework for digital financial assets, as well as to attract greater financial resources based on digital technologies. So it's very interesting. It says the recent instruction by the President Putin echoes his previous statement in 2018 when he ordered the government to set up regulations for the trade of Bitcoin to other cryptocurrencies, or ICOs, and the crypto mining by July 2018. So he's done that. The Russian parliament passed crypto legislation in the first reading in May 2018. However, in autumn, all crypto and tokens related terms had been eventually replaced with the term digital rights, while the definition of crypto mining had also been cut out from the bill. As such, Russia's crypto regulation bill was sent back to the first stage in December of 2018. Recently, though, Russian financial outlet Rambler reported that the Russian State Duma plans to review and adopt new cryptocurrency regulations in March. So, previously, the Russian Minister of Justice argued that the ministry does not see the need to legally define the concept of cryptocurrency, since cryptos cannot be used as a payment method in the country, which is interesting because I guess they don't allow adoption. So in the US, we had, as you saw, the Lamborghini company. They accept Litecoin, and the fact that I guess it's banned in Russia to accept payment of crypto. That's kind of what I'm getting off of. Otherwise, shifting our focus, guys, to the charts. We're going to be discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, DigiByte, and then we'll pretty much wrap things up. So let's jump into that, and then we'll continue on. So right now we're on the Litecoin to US dollar Coinbase. Basically, for all those who have me on Patreon, you will understand what these graphs are. I've already drawn these lines, so you should be updated with them. For all those who do not have my Patreon, the first link in this description gives you access to all my charts, which will help you follow along with me, as well as enhance your abilities within cryptocurrency. But and especially drawing and technical analysis, it'll make you better or similar to my style. So if that interests you, definitely check that out. But otherwise, you guys can see it's definitely holding some sort of ascending triangle pattern right now, and that was pretty much proven yesterday or a couple of hours ago. You can see we're on the 4-hour right now. Median is looking beautiful at 50 on the RSI, and you can see we do have an ascending triangle that's hugging the red band right now. Green band just crossed under the red band, indicating a kind of bearish market. But you can see we've been hugging this pretty darn well, which is indicating that we do have a resistance at $46 that is coming up, and we do have an uptrend that is pushing us much higher following that red band. So there's two supports right now that's going to push this price up, and I do think we could potentially break that $46 barrier by the end of March 3rd. That's really just right around the corner. That's only like 5 days, I believe 5 days, or no, actually I believe it's 3 days, because there's only 28 days in February. So in 3 days we could see a test of the $46 resistance, and we could see that broken and shoot up. Now, in the essence, we do break down. I do still want to discuss what's going to happen. So you can see, though, when I zoom things out a little bit on the daily, we're more so leaning towards being overbought. 56 is still a very nice level of consolidation, but you can see there's a beautiful uptrend forming right now. Resistance is set at 46. If, in fact, we break bearish from this ascending triangle, I will start to buy in at around $44 and then dollar cost average all the way down to $40 and like increments of like 15, 25, and 30, and then the rest going down. So that's kind of my little mentality right there. 50% would be at the bottom, and then we would increment it up maybe 10, 20, and then 20 again, or 10, 15, and 35, something like along those lines, or 25. So that's pretty much how that's going. Sorry, I can't do math on when I'm recording myself. It makes me like blank out, but whatever. So you can see that there is an uptrend right now forming. We're kind of hitting a resistance right now. Beautiful uptrend though. I'm going to keep an eye on this because this is going to be an indicator. I'm not buying in yet, but I said I will buy in if we break bearish and fall down. So definitely keep a very close eye on the price levels of Litecoin for right now. What I'm really focused though on is Bitcoin, mainly because Bitcoin seems to be in some sort of, or it's very close to testing its high-low MMA. Once again, trading at 54 on its RSI looks very nice. You can see a lot of issues right here. A big resistance at 38.90. The end of March is definitely a good sign. I don't think actually, it said if we broke $4,200, I truly don't think we're going to break $4,200 in March. Or if it is in March, it will be the end of March before we see any sort of move. March 27th, we get to the end of the massive year-and-a-half downtrend that's been on Bitcoin for quite some time now. Which is this yellow line right here. If we can break bullish from that, we could easily blow past $4,200 in a couple of days very easily. So I definitely want to keep a close eye on Bitcoin, but for the most part, I do think consolidation is needed, which is indicating me that we could see a potential breakdown. I'm anticipating a break bearish in Litecoin. I don't think it's going to break 46. We could see a nice little plop to the downside unless that 4-hour does kick in and make a better play. Lastly, out of the top 3 blue chip cryptos, you can see Ethereum does seem to be doing fairly okay. Consolidation is in the midst, and as we guys know, if there is consolidation, it is an indication of a big move that is coming. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4 days of sideways trading. Yes, we do have this wick, but for the most part, the candle's volume is staying fairly similar and close. Let me pull that up again. Yeah. So a lot of resistance, guys, in terms of this green band. Major resistance in terms of the green band. If we can't hold support, which is around 130, we could fall as low as 122, 120. But again, this consolidation is probably going to continue for the remainder of the month until Bitcoin finally closes off. So we may hit a stagnant next couple of weeks, but I'll keep you guys posted. There's definitely a lot of crypto current events coming out though. Lastly, DigiByte, beautiful guys. DigiByte did exactly what I said yesterday. We managed to close the candle above the symmetrical uptrend as well as in between the green and red band. This is huge, guys. Even though we are seeing a bearish move to the downside in this red candle, we're still being supported not only by the green band but this uptrend. So we could actually ride this out and we could see prices continue higher. Truly, the best indicator is exactly where this candle closes tonight. If we can close above this uptrend, I could see potentially buying in and then riding this out as it continues higher. But that's truly my based opinion on that. My only issue and nervousness towards Digibyte is the fact that it is leaning very close to being overbought. Only at 62 though, does have potential. 70 does become overbought, but it is pretty darn close. I'd be much more comfortable buying in if it was at 32. But that's pretty much going to sum up today's episode, guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications. As you guys know, tomorrow I will be in Ohio, so I will try to put out as much video content as possible, as well as filming this massive fitness festival, fitness event, fitness expo. It's going to be really cool, and I'll definitely share and bring you guys along with me. Otherwise, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.